Up next we got Mr. Phil Woods. Come on and step in the circle, sir. You'll have 3 minutes, up to 3 minutes, to make yourself sound important.
Sit down now. All right, so I have a number of websites. One of them is dealsindelaware.com. That's what I'll tell you about today. There's two sides to dealsindelaware.com, and one is free printable coupons for local merchants. I don't promote Applebee's, I don't promote Lowe's, just locally owned businesses with free printable coupons. Simplest coupon site you've ever seen or used. There's no registration, no capture of email address required. Just browse, find a deal you like, print it, go use it. The other side is much like Living Social or Groupon. How many people are familiar with those? Good, okay. So it's a big discount type model where everything on the site is offered at 40% off. And that model, you purchase through the site, you get a voucher for the deal, it's prepaid, you take it to the merchant and say, give me this deal. To date, the free printable coupon side was what launched first in September last year. To date, we've had over 40 merchants list, and during the first 6 months, over 2,000 free printable coupons were downloaded. So I'm at a kind of stage in the business now where it's kind of a challenge. The biggest challenge is finding the leads, really, for the merchants, because I'm at a point where I've grown it, the audience is established, I have a core audience that visits regularly, picks up the new deals that they like, tells their friends about it, and that's great. But I'm kind of to a point where I'm not going to get any more audience without more deals. And, you know, it's kind of a chicken or egg kind of thing, because new merchants don't want to sign up until I can show I've got 10,000, 15,000 visitors. So it's like a catch-22. So if anybody has any creative ways to try to help me get one or get the other, because once I have one, I'll get the other, I'm all ears. Yes?
Have you tried some kind of like tiered pricing, maybe?
Yeah.
For like the scared business owners
yeah, in
that
fact,
don't really want to
I'm the only person in Delaware, and as far as I've researched, I'm the only person in the immediate mid-Atlantic region selling any kind of digital advertising with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So I put my money where my mouth is. Beyond that, I do monthly. I do monthly recurring billing. I do annual billing.
That's pretty much as flexible as you can get. Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Business owners that are here, what are struggles you have to get people in the door, and how could something like Deals in Delaware make sense for you?
I have some retail clients, and I think when we look at something like Groupon or Living Social, and I'm not going to say your service. I mean, I think the fear is that they're just not getting new people; they're just getting people that are looking for deals. So it's like a one and done thing, and they also don't like that kind of ratio. Because usually Living Social wants 50%, so it's a little bit of a loss leader for my clients.
I agree. And that's actually part of the reason why I set this up, because I don't think the way Living Social and Groupon are structured is that they're a fair deal for the merchant either. So if someone does anything where they actually pay an upfront fee with me, and I have some other solutions too, so I do like banner advertising and some other things. So if anybody pays cash upfront for anything that I do, they can actually participate in the big deal side of things for 10% of sales, which is pretty much like break even for me. Because there's like a 3% credit card processing fee, I make 7%. So it's actually less than break even. It's kind of a waste of time. But I do it as more of a service. Yeah.
How are you advertising it to get it out to people that they know it's there to utilize? Because that's a big question that companies would have for you.
Yeah, it gets advertised pretty heavily online. Big word of mouth component. And then I own Delaware Ad Network. There's 12 different websites in the state of Delaware that serve banner advertising. I own that network that serves the ads, and I buy into 30,000 impressions a week into my own network to get traffic to the site through that channel. That's the only paid advertising I do, and the rest I do is offline.
I mean, Google just came out with their Boost product. I don't know if you looked on that. I mean, I can't speak from that product, but we used AdWords for a little while, and when we were looking for home residential traffic, I mean, it was phenomenal. Just it wasn't traffic that we needed. But if you're looking for sold traffic, I mean, AdWords works.
I actually don't really have a problem getting traffic. My reluctance to buying traffic right now is I don't want to get a bunch of people to the site and then a bunch of people get there and say this site's stupid, which none of them is there. So I don't want to have that reputation. So I think traffic will be easy. We're in the Q&A section now. I'm happy to talk with anybody else, but I appreciate that.
Yes. stand over here to come.
Alright, we rolled D.
Oh, so it's just you? All right.
Yeah, it's just gonna be
That's
me.
all.
All right, here we go.
Unless you want us all.
You on the stage.
Hey, don't cut me off.
Let's go. I certainly will.
No, we're not even gonna do the PowerPoint because I know the Grim Reaper over here is gonna knock us off stage. So I'd like to start off with a question. How many people in here have ever heard of LeBron James? Everybody, right? Okay, so right. If you haven't seen Morning Game, if you've seen Morning Game, don't answer this. But how many people in here can name the one of LeBron's former high school teammates? Just yell it out.
Can you?
Nobody? Really? Okay, well, I was actually one of LeBron James' former high school teammates when I was in high school.
Really?
No, I wasn't. Actually, my name is Ron Berry. I'm the founder and CEO of MyFanCountry.com. What we do is we provide targeted social platforms for high schools and to modernize and maximize the exposure for high schools and their students. Basically, we've taken that ideal and made it into an athletics focus. So we give them their own targeted social platforms where we allow them, the student athletes and the students, to really gain exposure. So we give each individual school their own network or platform. And we really think this is important because high school athletics is an $8 billion market. 7.6 million high school student athletes graduate every year. Unfortunately, what we found is through surveying 6 different school districts in 2 different states over the last year, 95% of students surveyed strongly agreed with the fact that they do not have enough exposure or the tools necessary to continue their current activities beyond high school. We think that's crazy, really. Basically, that's like waking up tomorrow and the United States consists of Delaware, Maryland, and half of Pennsylvania. I hope you don't plan on going on vacation because that's not going to be very fun. So what we've done is really just moved into that market and allow students and student athletes to get their own video profiles, every single student. To get their own video profile that includes a video introduction, kind of a hey, welcome to my page type of feel, and 2 video highlights of every single student athlete within the athletic program. We figured, hey, why just stop at the student athletes? We, through student body integration, have allowed the student body, all our student bloggers and student site staff and feature students to have their own video profiles as well, and video biography. So everyone, it builds a culture of the modern school spirit. We're essentially the modern school newspaper. And really, our only thing here is we want to really move into the school's networks, junior writers associations. My man Steve, he loves that. Business Professionals of America, radio and TV programs. They're able to run this site because we've learned that athletic directors don't like a lot more on their plate. So what we do is we do this absolutely free for the schools. So all we're looking for right now is we're actually presenting in front of First Round Capital in the next few weeks. So we're looking to kind of gain the capital to kind of move forward. We've been doing this for a year. We're really excited about what we're doing. Right now, we're just trying to get out to people the word of what we're doing and use their networks to kind of get where we want to get, as Wes said. It takes a community to launch a startup, and we're really excited about what we're doing. So I'll kind of open that up to questions. I have a few of my guys in the audience if they want to raise their hand. Yes, sir.
So, describe your revenue model.
Our revenue model, obviously we're putting together some of the most targeted, qualified, impressionable traffic on the internet. Obviously advertising is a big way that we're doing that. Something we ran across is advertising on social sites went from it's $3.3 billion this year. Advertisers are spending, it's going to raise to 4.3 next year. We're building a network of social sites. So we feel pretty good about that, as well as we're going to allow the parents themselves to increase exposure for their sons or daughters through premium subscriptions. Now the parents are able to essentially get their own video resume site for their son or daughter. So it's not just sports anymore. This is something we see them being able to put on their resumes or send to a college coach. But basically it's unlimited video, unlimited places for showcasing and documenting their high school career.
Do you have any comments at all? This is awesome. Do we have any comments about maybe some parents out here that have struggled trying to get their kid placed somewhere?
Any former athletes, because I know when I was an athlete, I had to build my own website in order to get a scholarship in college. And I mean, that's a tough process, I'm telling you.
I'm just wondering if you feel any competition from sites like About.me, which is the new page where you can just pretty much put every social media thing and pictures and videos, sort of like what you're doing, but yours is very much more, I know yours is more...
Well, here's the biggest difference. We integrate at the school level, so this is through the school. The students are getting this through their school. We're coming in at the school level, the athletic directors, the boosters, and we're going in through that way. So every school has their individual site, every player, every student has their individual page within their school site. So now, you know, they're more represented by their school. So About is more like a, you know, like a
It's
Facebook.
just generic,
That's just
right.
kind of out there. You know, this drives targeted traffic to where they're at.
Cool. All right, time.